I'm Joe Mack from Aniware. I'm from the company Aniware, which is a veterinary AI startups from Hong Kong. And what we are doing is trying to break the boundaries in pet healthcare through AI and data solutions.
Can you talk a little bit more about the problem that you are solving? How did you identify it? What is the size of it? And why did you think that this was an issue worth resolving?
First thing first, why I think it is worth resolving because I'm one of the victims of this problem. My cat was killed because of this. And I don't blame the veterinary professionals in the field, but they are also one of the victim as well. Because the biggest problem in the veterinary medicine field is there is about manpower, especially manpower of skilled individuals. There is not enough supporting staff. There is no bachelor degree of veterinary nursing. So there's not enough staff supporting the veterinarians. There's a global shortage of veterinarians, so that you know what? Veterinarians are having 3 times higher suicide rate than normal people. And while there is a global shortage of veterinarians, let alone there are even less specialists. To give you some numbers, say there are only 2 cardiologists in the whole Korea, and there are luckily in Hong Kong we have 3, but there are less than 20 in the whole Asia. But look, the biggest boundaries that veterinary professionals or even pet owners are having, because we are dealing with patients who cannot speak. So so that means we need to have more tests in order to uncover what's happening with their health conditions. But tests requires extra manpowers. The pets will not, be like us, laying on the chair and let you do all the tests. So it requires extra manpower to do all of these and extra knowledge to do different kind of tests. So this is the biggest problem right now that I'm trying to solve. Yes.
How would you characterize the overall kind of size of this particular problem? Like maybe paint a picture, like how many pets, how many pet owners, the growth of this particular market, and why you think that that was a large enough
Mhm.
opportunity for Anywhere to tackle.
The pet ownership is booming right now, especially after the COVID. And it is a billion-dollar market for the pet healthcare. And Asia is somehow the fastest growing market for this. But there is a huge gap in the supply and demand. There is a huge demand from the pet owner side, but there is not enough supply from the veterinary service side, let alone specialized service. So what I'm trying to do is to democratize quality diagnostic tests. And diagnostics tests happen in every single case, regardless, what kind of disease it could be. It could be some very specialized test, it could be generalized test, but you can make the generalized test faster and cheaper and make it happen in the daily clinical routine. And that's what I've been doing for my first application, ECG, because that happens in every single anesthesia, every single wellness test. But I'm also working on some specialized tests such as CT MRI, which is the high level test for, say, for cancer, for some other specialized disease, which is more expensive, but requires much higher specialized skills. So the tests that I'm trying to cover have a quite wide spectrum, but the goal is the same, is to democratize expert diagnostic tests so that every single pet could enjoy the quality veterinary service that they deserve.
What do you think has been the barrier to sort of the broad-based implementation of expert diagnostic tests in the pet care arena?
So a lot of the expert diagnostic tests were kept in the universities. There's not enough experts. There exist some experts. They will be already working in university medical center or in some specialized hospitals. There is n no such inter-referral or interconnected medical systems in veterinary industry. So the veterinary professionals within the clinics are on their own. And two is when there is so many patients coming to the clinic, somehow they cannot complete as many tests that you might want. They could only do the basics, which is enough. And somehow, even though they would know, according to the guideline, according to scientific literature, you better do A, B, C, and D. But the thing is, somehow veterinary medicine is driven more by the market. So they may do just A and B. provided the time that is given to them. And about the technology, so a lot of time the machineries, the diagnostic equipments could be quite expensive, and a lot of them were designed for human. It's not designed for veterinary medicine. Take some of them, the equipments from the human medicine side, that may not be animal friendly.
What exactly is Aniware doing to solve this? What is the product that Aniware is rolling out?
We are offering as a test platform, which anyone could perform the test quick and easy, submit the data, and they will get the expert diagnostic results in a really quick manner. So, for instance, say for ECG, then most veterinarians might not have enough training on that. They have to undergo the cardiologist training to learn about this. But we have made it so easy that even the veterinary assistant could do it. Just take a simple IoT product that we provided and to hook up the right arm, left leg, and you see the signal on the app, just click the button and you send the data to our platform. And that AI-powered test platform will then process the data with the AI engine that we have, and it generate the specialist level ECG diagnostic report and return to you in 15 minutes. And that's all they need to do. And the same thing would happen for other type of data like MRI, CT, and pathology. It's the same. You basically just get the data, you send it, and supposedly the traditional approach is you send the data to some specialist, maybe in the United States, maybe in UK, and it would take the professor maybe 2 to 3 days to read the data and write up the report and send it back to you. And for sure, they come with a significant charge. And the number could be to ranging from 4,000 Hong Kong dollar for just the diagnostic report or more. But it hasn't taken into account the data collection process. For example, for my cat, the CT data collection takes around 10,000 Hong Kong dollar plus the 4,000 diagnostic report. It's quite expensive and it takes 3 days. So what we can do is we make it quick and easy. So for some data collection part, because of the machineries, we cannot cut that cost because it's not on us. For ECG, we can cut the cost. But for the diagnostic part, when they send it to us, then we'll run it through AI. Then we can make it cheap, make it fast, and return the report in a very quick manner. If they want to have a second review by the specialist, they can still upgrade report and make it as their own choice as well. But at least we make the work of the specialist way easier as well because the AI has finished processing all the repetitive work.
How accurate is the AI interpretation or evaluation of these diagnostic tests? And
Mhm.
how did you achieve that level of accuracy?
Yep. Let me use the AI-ECG, our first application, as an example. So for our AI training, for our AI application, we have two stages. The first stage is AI first, specialist second. The second stage is full AI with an on-demand option for specialist second review. So for the first stage, basically, it's just like the conventional approach. You send the data to the specialist, but we somehow have the AI engine work before the specialist so that all the repetitive work or all the time-consuming work has been performed by the AI. And a draft report has been generated, which at least have covered over 90% of the work. Then the draft report will then be sent to the specialist for their review. But by doing this, every single report has gone through the review process of the specialist. We somehow know how many percent of the report has been revised by the specialist. And also, we compare the results from the AI and the specialist, and this provide us with the statistics and accuracy of over 93%. So that means 93% of the case, the specialist approve it with zero revision. So that's our accuracy. So when we see this, and also seeing the high traffic coming in has somehow bogged down the efficiency of our specialists. And because they are spending a lot of their time, 93% of their time, dealing with the reports which the AI has completed the job already. So that's why it is a good time for us to elevate to the stage two, which is full AI and on-demand specialist service. And also because it's run by AI, you don't need to go through the specialist every single time. The cost becomes cheaper. It becomes faster. So we release a full AI subscription to the customer. If you subscribe this, it could be cheaper, faster, and the AI will be 93% accurate. So far, the market response is very good about this, and over 90% of the customers just go ahead with the AI reports. So we do continuous training. So from the past 2 to 3 years, we have collected over 200,000 data sets for each data set is one report. So every of this report is labeled data by the specialist already. So we do continuous training of deep learning model using this labeled data. And so far, we have over 30 models for this AI-ECG application, detecting different anomalies and features for ECG diagnosis.
How would you describe your business model? Who are your
Mhm,
customers? And how do you approach sort of aligning your business model to deliver the value to those end users?
mhm. Our business model is B2B to C. So our direct customers is primary care veterinarians. We enable primary care veterinarians to do the required diagnostics test faster, cheaper, and better. We empower the veterinary professionals to perform this kind of test quick and easy, even though they don't have such kind of training. We are serving 7 regions now in Asia with 1,041 clinics.
What other extensions of the platform and what other technologies are you excited about to implement with via Anywhere?
Yep. The next two stream of applications will be on text, TEXT, and image. For text, because medical data basically comprise of three types: signal, image, and text. So for text, actually, last week we've signed a deal with a pet IoT product. So we could have an AI provide with healthcare advice by supporting those IoT products which measure some kind of physiological measurements, such as heart rate, breathing rate. Because for pet owner at home, it's okay for them to know the parameters, but what does that mean? What's next? Did, if you tell me there's an elevated heart rate, a decreased activity level, and increased breathing rate, what does that mean? Do I need to go to have a vet clinic visit or what? So I think ideally there will be a doctors at home, right? But you can't have that access to the doctors 24/7. But what we provide is more like AI health advisor which could plug in to the application for this IoT product, and they could have access to this knowledge right away. So this is our first application. Working with another company is a B2B collaboration. So this is the text side. And more exciting is about the image side. Because of what we have done in the cardiology field, we have attract interest from the radiologist and pathologist asking us, oh, how come the cardiologist can process thousands of cases every single month? And they obviously see the potential of applying AI to their work as well to scale up the production of their diagnostic interpretation. So we are in talk with some radiologists and pathologists and also some laboratories to get the data to build that data pipeline to get the similar type of things running. And we'll basically follow the same pipeline that we just mentioned, AI first, specialist second, yeah, to have this data traffic running.
How do you see where Anywhere will be in 5 years, and how do you see sort of the development of, pet care in the future?
What we are moving forward to is to bring it is trying to break the boundary of diagnostics tests one by one. And in 5 years' time, we hope we are working towards the goal to make those expert diagnosis accessible by most veterinary clinics. There could be easy on the signal side, they could have this equipment and do it within their clinic. For the bigger equipments, they could have easy access to a neighboring diagnostic center run by anywhere. So that is more like a satellite center. And all these data come up to our platform online, and we are more like building this more like a satellite and connected to different clinics at the ground. So we are more like an Airbnb for the veterinary clinic side. And to make this happen, the platform is more like the central processing core and process all those diagnostic tests, making seamless integration with different veterinary clinics so that every pet owners could enjoy this high quality diagnostic and monitoring service no matter where they are. Because even though there's a clinic in middle of nowhere, but they are connected to the Aniware engine, and we could empower those kind of diagnostic tests. So this is what we're trying to do to bring boundless quality veterinary service to everyone.
If people want to find out more about what Anywhere is doing or to perhaps access their products and services, how can they find out more information?
They can check out our website, and for sure they could reach me on my LinkedIn. I'm happy to share with them what we're up to and could send them some information, and possibly I can talk to you in person or online as well.
Thank you very much for your time, Joe.
Thanks very much, Jan.